Hello and welcome to this my reflections on day 78. I haven't been able to get to a phone or a camera or something for a few days. The world's been quite busy for me, but day 78, what's the Tao saying? Day 78, well, it talks all about water and about our relationship with water. It talks about the fact that on the one hand there is nothing softer than water, but there's also nothing more powerful than water. Water is quite an interesting thing because many areas of life are full of lots and lots of metaphors about water. What do we know? Water's really soft. It can be really gentle. It can be warm and lovely, and it can be cleansing. It's hard to grasp. But what we can do is we can at times, if we're gentle with it, we can cup it in our hands. But at times it also can be quite pervasive, and it's incredibly powerful, and it can be everywhere, but yet it's a fundamental part of all of our lives. It nourishes us. We're 70% water. Nearly 70% of the oxygen that we breathe, if not a little bit more, is created by the oceans. At times it feels as though it may be never ending. There's a cycle that goes to the water that I've drunk before I've come out for my walk with the dog. Where has that come from? Where has it been to? It will pass through me, and then it will pass into the system, and at some point in time it will evaporate, and it will come round, and it will rain, and and so on and so forth. So the Tao encourages us to be like water, and that our power will come from being like water. Is that if we are gentle and we understand and pay attention to the flow of things, then we will be able to influence, achieve, and grow, and potentially create ourselves as a great force for good in the world. So that's what the Tao says. How has my day been around that? Actually, I've needed to do that. It's been quite complex. There's been quite a lot gone on in my life in the last 2 or 3 days, some of which has been very significant. Things that happen to the people we love and the people around us, and so I have no influence over those. I cannot be a power, but what I can be is be supportive and go with the flow, and actually then achieve the things that I need to. So what am I going to get you to do, or what am I going to encourage you to do on the reflections of my day 78, is for you just to take a moment, understand, and go with this whole idea that is very important in the Tao around going with the flow, going and being with the flow of things. So enjoy it, come along for the ride, and maybe we need to be less at times like stone or steel, and forceful and strong, and that maybe our strength comes and our influence comes from our ability to be soft, to be gentle, and at times to be all things in all places, that thing that is nourishing. There are many metaphors about water in the Tao, and there are many metaphors about water in life, and one of the things that I think about when I think about being like water is connecting with that place and space that is the depth of the ocean, and not always the turbulence that sits on the surface. It's quite easy for us to be able to go, today is a flat calm day, and the following day may be more turbulent. We can get wrapped up in the waves, but actually the scale of the wave is no consequence to the depth of the ocean. And whether you're on the crest of a wave or whether you're in the trough of the wave, at the end of the day, all arrives at the beach at a very similar time. So maybe taking that philosophical viewpoint and being a bit more like water is something that is good, whole and healthy for us. So I'll leave you with that thought, and I'll see you very shortly at the end of day 79.